Well, greetings once again. This is Dr. Bill Bailey, and this is VirtZine. VirtZine is the magazine, the online magazine of virtualization and cloud computing. And we're going to be talking about several things that have to do, particularly with cloud computing, I'm telling you. We are proud members of the Tech Podcast Network, techpodcast.com. If it's tech, it's right here on VirtZine. VirtZine, I need to do it more often. There's no question about that. I'm going to try to get better about doing that. But a lot of it is information. We need more information about cloud computing and virtualization. So if you're doing some things with cloud computing and virtualization, send them to me, okay? We'll talk about them right here. All right, things that happened recently. Amazon AWS, that's their Amazon Web Service, had an outage on Christmas Eve. Now, Christmas Eve is a time, as you might imagine, where lots of people want to sit at home, enjoy the family and friends, and maybe turn on the TV and watch a movie together. Well, Netflix uses Amazon AWS services, and when Amazon had a problem and went down, Netflix went down. Whoa, that's pretty bad. So, as you might imagine, Amazon was going, well, hold on, we're going to fix it. So, they fixed their problems. The problems with Amazon's AWS in Northern Virginia knocked out several websites and services, including Netflix. According to AWS's Service Health Dashboard, the problems began at 1:50 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And as of 5:49 p.m., the company is continuing to work on resolving issues with the elastic load balancing service in the U.S. East 1 region. Traffic for some ELBs are currently experiencing significant levels of traffic loss. Ouch. So, Netflix, of course, had egg on their face for this reason, and I'm sure they're going to be talking to Amazon about this. My take on it is this: cloud computing is awesome. I love it. I love the concept. I use cloud computing actually for this show. As a matter of fact, since I use Amazon, when they had an outage, my show had an outage. And of course, it's video on demand, so it's not quite like streaming video. But even so, you guys at Amazon, I love you guys. Do a great job generally. But you got to do better with your service level agreements, your SLAs, okay? So, I mean, this is the issue that I'm hearing about cloud computing. And I hear it from people at work as well. We're never going to be going to cloud computing for providing services at the hospital I work at, High Point Regional Health System, because you can't always trust them. Well, these kinds of incidents basically point out the truth of that. So, there you go. Issues to deal with. These are things, here we are in New Year 2013. These are things that we're trying to work out and deal with. How do we trust cloud computing as a resource if it's going to have outages like this? We've somehow got to develop the technology to keep it 24/7, 365. You know, more than 99999 uptime or 99.99999 uptime. It's got to be 100% because we got to be able to totally trust it. All right. Anyway, next item we have for you here is BitCasa. Now, BitCasa, wow. This is, to me, a game changer. And on the site, we have a video that talks about BitCasa. And it is recorded from the Startup Battlefield presentation at TechCrunch's Disrupt conference. And I'd encourage you to actually watch this video. You can go to the VirtZine website, VirtZine.com. I'll put it right here on the screen. Go there, click on the article for BitCasa, and watch this video, because the video really explains the concept very well. It's the founder of BitCasa explaining how the technology works and what his reasoning was when he created it. But the whole idea is it is an infinite hard drive. Now, you know, we're all historically limited by our hard drive space. We start copying down huge video files and audio files, and we have a big audio collection, and it just gets bigger and bigger and bigger, and eventually you're going to have to get a new hard drive. So imagine if you had a truly infinite hard drive. You didn't have to think about how many files you were saving or what size they were or any of that kind of thing. It's a pretty cool idea. So infinite hard drive in the cloud, you can access it anywhere because it is in the cloud. You keep your data safe because it's fully encrypted. When you upload it, the data centers are 1,000 times more reliable than your PC. I mean, you can roll back to previous versions, so it has versioning. You can share it with anyone, whether you're sending photos to your friends, your entire portfolio, work to your client, or videos or whatever. You can make it available to other people through your account. It's easy to use because it integrates into the system. It becomes a drive letter on your system. It shows up as Bitcasa Infinite Drive. I put it on my machine. It's amazing. Now, here's what's cool. Right now, at this moment, it's free. Infinite space in the cloud, free. Okay? That's pretty exciting. But it is going to go to a pricing model, and that will be sometime early this year. So we're in January right now, but sometime they're going to go to a pricing model, and that pricing is going to be $10 a month. That's not bad. $120 a year for an infinite hard drive. I mean, think of it. If you bought a hard drive, it's probably going to run right along, you know, right in that range, maybe a little less than $100. But it's a finite drive, and you're going to run out of space again. And you buy another drive. And then maybe you start running out of ports in your computer to put additional drives on. So, bottom line is an infinite drive. And to me, this changes the way we think about computing and the way we think about file storage. And it's kind of the ultimate cloud app, too, if you think about it. So, pretty neat. All right, last item here for this week. Or I should say this show, like it's a weekly show. Anyway, this last item is that VM Turbo now supports Red Hat Enterprise Virtualization. VM Turbo is a pretty cool product. I've looked at it before, kind of evaluated it for us there at High Point Regional, and it's pretty neat. You know, it does some neat stuff. It has kind of an artificial intelligence to figure out some things that may be up with your VMware installation and so forth, because I've used it on VMware. Well, now it supports Red Hat Enterprise Virtualization, which of course is free, and that's pretty neat. So they're expanding the platforms that they support. They already support VMware, they already support Hyper-V, and now they support Red Hat Enterprise Virtualization. The article here says VM Turbo's claim to fame is a scheduling engine to automate service level agreements, SLAs, which we talked about earlier, through workload management and resource balancing. Since its inception, VM Turbo endeavors to provide a platform-agnostic approach to virtualization management, supporting more hypervisors and the most popular virtualization solutions. Red Hat is a natural extension of that process. Pretty neat. So check that out. Go to VM Turbo. It's vmturbo.com, and I believe that's right. Let me check that very quickly because I don't want to give you bad information, because I know some of you run right out and check these things. vmturbo.com. Yes, indeed, it is. I like being right. Anyway, so that's VirtZine for this week. Remember, until next time, keep your head in the cloud.